Very well. Senator Sifuna Edwin.
Speaker, as you're aware, we'll be visiting the sugar belt this weekend. KAKAMEGA, to be specific. Anyone who thinks they can block me from KAKAMEGA is welcome to try. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on a matter of national concern regarding the lapse of the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, sugar safeguard regime and its impact on the sugar sector in Kenya. Mr. Speaker, the government has indicated that the sugar sector in the country has attained competitive levels and will not experience any disruption following the lapse of the COMESA sugar safeguard regime on November 30th, 2025. However, the declining interest in sugarcane growing within the larger population, coupled with the old production mills in the sugar belt, may undermine the sustainability of the perceived competitiveness. In the statement, the committee should address the following. Number one, the total acreage of land currently under sugarcane cultivation compared to the data from 2023 and 2024, and obtain information on the strategies being implemented to encourage sugarcane farming and sustain its growth. Secondly, the projected local sugar production in 2026 vis-a-vis the estimated domestic consumption demand in the year. Thirdly, the anticipated tonnage of sugar imports for 2026, including details on the quantities already in shipment to Kenya or at the port awaiting clearance and offloading. Fourthly, the measures in place to address any anticipated shortfalls or surplus, particularly with regard to locally produced sugar. And lastly, how farmers will be protected from the unscrupulous traders who import sugar and repackage it as locally produced sugar. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, Honorable Senators, I want to open just 20 minutes for the maybe clarifications or comments on statements, starting with Senator Maina Veronica.
Honorable Speaker, I want to cede my chance to another senator to first proceed.
To Senator Medu. Proceed, Senator Medu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. That is quite an unexpected donation from Senator Veronica Maina. Thank you very much. And Mr. Speaker, before I make my comments, with your kind permission, may I inform the Senate and yourself, Mr. Speaker, if you may not be aware, that Kenya is hosting the magical Kenya Open 2026, and we have started on a very high note, Mr. Speaker. That is like the World Cup of golf, Mr. Speaker, and we have about 144 professional golfers who are playing in the 2026 Kenya Open. And I want to ask yourself, Mr. Speaker, and my colleagues and members of this Senate, to go out and cheer up our 11 participants from Kenya who will be participating in that particular competition in Karen. And this morning, Mr. Speaker, we have gotten extremely impressive results from Njoroge Kivugo, who has played 4 under. Well, you have to acquit yourself with that language, Mr. Speaker. The prize money, Mr. Speaker, for this year, so that you understand what our boys are chasing, Mr. Speaker, the winner will actually get a total of 62 million Kenya shillings, the one that will win, Mr. Speaker. For the last 3 years, Mr. Speaker, Kenya has not been very successful because we have never qualified. We have never made it to the main competition, or we have never made it to the cut, Mr. Speaker. Maybe finally on this, Mr. Speaker, may I also inform you that I might have been, I'm not very sure, but I might have been the first senator and the first person from Jambini, at least that one I'm very sure, the first person from Jambini in Kinangop to ever play in the Kenya Open, the Pro-Am. I played there yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and I posted very good results, Mr. Speaker. It's only one person who actually put us behind former chairman of Parkland Sports Club, Mr. Michael Ndegwa Mushemi, who actually was not able to be as good as myself. Others would have brought the prize for the Senate. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to comment on this statement that has been sought by Senator Cherargei. And I don't know why, Mr. Speaker, and I want the Committee on Security that is led by Senator, I think Senator Dulo to actually put their foot forward in ensuring that at least we can get answers to this particular statement, Mr. Speaker. If there is a body, in my opinion, Mr. Speaker, that I think is extremely moribund, is this body that is called the Independent Police Oversight Authority. Mr. Speaker, every time, and you actually saw them there here, Mr. Speaker, when Albert Ojwang was killed, Mr. Speaker, the vice chair of that particular authority was here. And the things that they promised this House, Mr. Speaker, nothing has actually happened, Mr. Speaker. We actually keep hearing every day, Mr. Speaker, that IPOA is investigating. IPOA is investigating. We have sought a statement, Mr. Speaker, of people who have died in police cells, Mr. Speaker. One of them being Albert Ojwang, Mr. Speaker. A day after, there's a person who died in the police station in Rwanyambo in a place called Karangatha in Kinangop, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, IPOA must either work or be disbanded. There is no point of actually hearing every time that, Mr. Speaker, we are getting investigations and nothing. Nobody has been prosecuted. Nobody has actually been taken to court. They are just investigating every day, Mr. Speaker. This body, in my opinion, Mr. Speaker, has actually failed the test of time, and I don't think there's anything that we can get in terms of results from IPOA. I strongly propose that this body is actually disbanded, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, you actually know that we went with my team. Senator Karungo was there, Senator Nyotu was there. We went to IPOA, Mr. Speaker, when we were attacked in a place called Gonda, when we were almost actually killed, Mr. Speaker. We were told to take our vehicles there so that our bullets that are lodged in our vehicles can be taken for ballistic. It is now 2 months, Mr. Speaker, or 3 months actually, since we went there. We have never been invited. We don't know what happened to the policemen who attacked us. We actually gave specific names of the policemen who actually attacked us, Mr. Speaker. Nothing has ever happened, Mr. Speaker. We have never seen any results, and the government is still funding this IPOA, Mr. Speaker. There is no point of continuing funding such a body-band authority, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Honorable Senator, as you know, I allowed 20 minutes, and if we go the midway, then only 4 or 3 senators will be able to make the comments. So the next senator should take 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes. Senator Ososi, Conflict.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me make my very quick comments on the statement by Senator Cherargei on extrajudicial killings and abuse of police authority. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I want to praise Senator Cherargei for bringing this, because I think it should have been me or Osifuna to bring this statement, because Cherargei knows he can walk into an office and have this matter resolved. But nevertheless, the matter that he has brought is very weighty, and I want to agree with Senator Methu that IPOA is really not doing their job. And not just IPOA, all these constitutional commission, Mr. Speaker. I think we must look at how we can make this institution really independent. I think one of the ways is to strengthen the process of recruitment of commissioners to these commissions, Mr. Speaker, because some of them are political appointees and they end up not doing their job. But coming to the point, Mr. Speaker, we have had many people who have been killed by police and we are not getting answers. The latest one, Mr. Speaker, is a killing in Kitengela, where the police killed an innocent young man. And the young man just came to a peaceful meeting. The meeting was very peaceful and he ended up losing his life. Mr. Speaker, I'm aware that the same police are planning mayhem in KAKAMEGA. I want to warn them, Mr. Speaker, in this House, that if any individual Kenya loses life in KAKAMEGA, we will blame the government of William Ruto for the killing. I am aware, Mr. Speaker, because I've received reports. A certain PS is held somewhere in Kisumu, organizing goons to disrupt our meeting in KAKAMEGA. Mr. Speaker, we will blame this government if something wrong happens in KAKAMEGA.
You know, senators, when the chair calls a point of order, you should just restrain yourself. You just listen, and then the other day, Senator Sifuna, you were complaining that the chairs do not give point of orders. Now that I'm giving, Senator Mandago. Then you are saying he has finished. So next time, when the chair directs that there is a point of order, kindly listen. Let us handle the business the way it should. Don't insist to use the mic. And the clerks, when there is a point of order, please mute the mic of the senator who is on the floor, so that the point of order can be executed. Now, unless I give you understanding on the number one.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the reason I rose on a point
Also, it will be very relevant.
has already started, Mr. Speaker.
And you put the standing order you are also using to do that. It's not just open.
105, Honorable Speaker. I was rising under standing order 105. The Senator for Vihiga made a very serious allegation that the police are planning mayhem. As far as we are concerned, Honorable Speaker, the mandate of the police is to maintain law and order in any function, whether government function or opposition function, Honorable Speaker. For him to allege that there is a government PS in Kisumu organizing goons, and you want us to allow that to go in the floor of the House without substantiation, Honorable Speaker, is not in order. Honorable Speaker, every statement in this House must be substantiated.
Senator Ososi. Senator Ososi, you can substantiate that claim.
Mr. Speaker, I am talking as a senator of Vihiga County and a son of that region. And I'm on the ground. I know what is happening, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, and in my statement, I said the government is planning to cause mayhem in KAKAMEGA. And I want to say, Mr. Speaker, if anything happens to our people in KAKAMEGA, we know where we'll blame. We'll blame the government of William Ruto.
Senator Ososi, you have not clarified or substantiated yet. Because you should provide evidence, of course, that the government is planning to cause chaos in KAKAMEGA.
Mr. Speaker, if you give me time, I'll provide the information on Tuesday.
The next sitting, yes, you should do that. Senator Tabitha Mutinda.
All right. Thank you, Chair. Allow me to quickly just make a brief comments on the Senate, on the statement by Senator Mundigi as far as the product, the drug and medicine called Muguka is concerned. And Mr. Speaker, Senator Mundigi has raised very pertinent issues as far as the issue of infestation of the crop in regards to the issues of pests and all that. And I come from this point whereby, Mr. Speaker, this House was able to pass my bill, that is the Agricultural Extension Services Bill, currently in the National Assembly, Mr. Speaker. Because Honorable Mundigi clearly talks about trying to understand the services that should be rendered by the agricultural extension officers. And I rise, Mr. Speaker, to emphasize that the critical role of the agricultural extension officers to each and every county in this country is very critical. And it's the high time that the National Assembly speeds up this particular bill, because this is what is going to sort the issue that Honorable Mundigi has been able to raise, not only for Mogoka as a product, but for many other crops that cut across. I know very well that Mogoka is one of the cash crops in the region of Embu, Meru, cutting across the eastern, the Mount Kenya east. And it goes a long way, Mr. Speaker, as far as economic factors are concerned. Because of the limited time, allow me to mention the issue at Sinai Hospital, Mr. Speaker. From where I sit as the member of the Health Committee, this is a matter that definitely I want to assure the House that we will not really waste so much time, but get to the bottom of the facts. This is something that has also happened in one of the
Senator Shakil Abdallah.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipia nafasi kuchangia hoja iliyoletwa na Senator Hezena kuhusu usalama. Mheshimiwa Spika, usalama unachangiwa kwanza na silaha. Silaha ambazo serikali inafaa kuhakikisha imedhibiti silaha hizo kwa pande zote mbili. Si kudhibiti upande mmoja alafu waende upande mwingine. Wanafaa wadhibiti silaha upande zote mbili ili kudhibiti usalama kikamilifu. Kitu cha pili, Mheshimiwa Spika, wanafaa kudhibiti mipaka. Mipaka ya Kenya iko very porous sehemu zote. Ni muhimu kwa serikali kuhakikisha imedhibiti mipaka yetu ya Kenya ili biashara ya silaha inayoendelea kwenye mipaka ikomeshwe. Kwa sababu hii yote inachangiwa na silaha ambazo zinatoka kwa nchi jirani zinazoingia kwenye nchi yetu ya Kenya ili kuchangia hizi vita zinazoendelea za makabila. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, hizo hoja mbili ni muhimu sana, na tunaomba Mheshimiwa Waziri wa Usalama awe akisikiliza wananchi na asikilize ground na asikilize viongozi. Mheshimiwa Waziri hata simu hachukui za viongozi, ukimwandikia barua hajibu. Kwa hivyo kuna umuhimu waziri aamke na afanye kazi yake kikamilifu. Amelala na amezembea sana mheshimiwa. Asante sana.
Senator Mohamed Chute.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support the statement by Senator Hezena. First of all, let me send my condolences to the two families, the family of Lesepe and Lorubai. Honorable Speaker, in northern Kenya and Upper Eastern, we have a big problem. You will run from a bandit, you run to a police officer. The same police officer will shoot you. Again, the problem facing a part of northern Kenya, there are terrorists in some parts of northern Kenya. You run from a terrorist, you end up going to a police officer. You will get killed also. Honorable Speaker, the problem we have in Upper Eastern, Northeastern, besides even financial, what Rigathi is talking about, which is very true, we have problems with the police officers. We have problems because what Hezena is talking about, the committee should take this matter very seriously and start working on it. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, some 3 weeks ago, a young man, Liban Boru Charfi, from Moyale, was killed by police officers. A young man with two children, very young man. And the question is, in a civilized society, you rush to a police officer, you call 911. But in Kenya, in northern Kenya, you cannot even go to the police because they're going to kill you. And what Senator has spoken about is this PS, CS, Murkomen, this Murkomen, he doesn't pick phones. You can call him, you can send him message, he doesn't care. It is
Senator Manzo Daniel.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I would like to comment on the statement by Senator Cherengei. Mr. Speaker, I had an opportunity to represent Senator Medhu and Senator Thangwa when they were attacked at Gonda. And we went together to the office of IPOA. We took the vehicles there. We wrote statements. But up to today, nothing has happened, Mr. Speaker. And police brutality is in the increase. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, I do dare say, there is no way police can act in that manner, several occasions, terrorize, people in churches, terrorize people on the roads, terrorize people in a gathering, and the Constitution allows freedom of speech and freedom to gather, Mr. Speaker, there is a big problem. And we are hoping that no more killings will happen in political rallies. We saw what happened in Kitengela the other day. A very innocent young man killed by a police officer. Tear gas launched totally unnecessarily, Mr. Speaker. They may be wanting to spend the tear gas they have so that they can buy others, because we know there are people procuring tear gas in this country, but it should not be to the expense of people dying, Mr. Speaker. The biggest responsibility the president has and his Minister for Interior is to protect the lives of Kenyans. That is the most important thing. And I do agree with the people from the north. Recently, Senator Chuta took us there. And some people were telling us you are taking a very big risk in this area. Anything can happen to you anytime. Mr. Speaker, we want security for Kenyans. We want security for members of parliament. We want security for politicians. And this attempted assassination of leaders, Mr. Speaker, should stop forthwith. And this is what this committee should concentrate on. So we are watching out this time in Kakamega, Mr. Speaker, to see whether this PS will organize goons to disrupt the meetings as he did in Kitengela. And I do support. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Modigi Alexander.
Okay, asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa nafasi niweze kuchangia statement ya Senator Omtata kuhusu mambo ya wizara ya parapara na mambo ya kujenga parapara na mambo ya bridges ama mambo ya ndaranja. Bwana Spika, ningeomba wizara ya parapara iweze kuangalia vizuri wakati inatengeneza BQ, iweze kuangalia vile watakuwa wakifanya kazi inafaa, kwa sababu kaunti nyingi wizara ya parapara wamekuwa kitengeneza BQ, lakini wakati wamefanya kazi unakuta hizo bridges ama hizo bridges haionekani pale wakifanya kazi wanawacha. Kama upande wa Embu County, katika Manyata sub county, Ruguru Ngandori unakuta kuna Miriam Bridge na Mkongoro Bridge, na siko na matatizo sasa ni miaka 10 parapara iliwekwa rami, lakini unakuta hizo zote asikuwekwa na imekuwa ni mambo watu wakipitia pale wanaporwa mali, wanaimbiwa, wengine wanaingia pale na ni mto mbili iko na maji. Kwa hivyo ningeomba wakati watengeneza BQ ni afadhali wafanye kazi kidogo, lakini wakimalizia waweze kutengeneza ile bridges. Bwana Speaker, nakumbusha Senate hii siku ya leo ama ni jana kulikuwa maandamano huko Tharaka Nithi kwa sababu ya bridge ile ambayo imekuwa ikiwa watu. Kwa hivyo ningeomba wizara iweze ya transport iweze kufanya vile inaweza, bali imefanya kazi iende irundie na iweze kutengeneza zile bridges. Kwa hivyo Bwana Speaker, naunga mkono hiyo statement ambaye ni ya Senator Okia Omtata, Senator Mundigi, Embu County.
Senator Olendama Lekina. Olekina Lendama, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to make some brief comments on the issue of insecurity in Baragoi in Samburu County. Mr. Speaker, it's quite sad to see one of our own really break down into tears because of a situation that can be resolved by the government. For many years, Mr. Speaker, our communities have been terrorized, extreme measures, harsh conditions, and we only remain relevant when it comes to the issue of voting. When it comes to the issue of elections, that is the only time when you'll see a lot of heightened activities trooping to our areas. Mr. Speaker, I want to call upon the Ministry of Interior to take this issue of insecurity seriously. When you hear that young boys were killed in a school, Baragoi Boys Secondary School, I mean, it begs the question as to really, what exactly are we doing? What are our priorities in this country? If we cannot safeguard the future of young generations, if we are letting young kids being killed, you know, this issue where people are marginalized for decades, is something that has got to come to an end. We come into this house because this is supposed to be the house of union, the house that is supposed to unite the 47 counties. But sometimes I feel like we might as well just, dissect this country into different parts. Some of us just go and become terrorists if we have to become. Because if we cannot be able to be guaranteed security in this country, what's the point of saying that we are part of a country like this? We are only relevant during elections. But when it comes to our own welfare, security of our people, would be the last people to be had. So, Mr. Speaker, this is really, really shameful. And I want to call upon and encourage the Ministry of Interior, Senator, Cabinet Secretary Murkomen, please, this time around, let us be serious. Let us go to Samburu County. Let us go to Baragoi and apply the same tactics that were applied in Baringo County. Mr. Speaker. It is embarrassing, Mr. Speaker. And we must call a spade a spade. What is happening in Baragoi, in Samburu County, Mr. Speaker, it is an issue of marginalization. We cannot continue being marginalized in the 21st century. Those families that have been left without their future bread earners, young boys, the reason why... Should you just allow me to talk, Mr. Speaker?
Next is Senator Lenku Olekanar.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I also had my voice to a statement sought by Senator Dulo Isiolo. Honorable Speaker, it is also a concern, this statement, that most of the county governments are terminating employees in their governments without due process of law, particularly on following the Employment Act, Honorable Speaker, and even consulting public service boards, which they work in their counties. Honorable Speaker, there is a procedure on a county to terminate an employee, salary, and even service of work. Honorable Speaker, this statement has come to in the right time when we really want to advise counties, and even when this committee, the concerned committee of labor, will be looking at it, such that the employees of county governments are governed by law as any other employee of government. Honorable Speaker, there is some procedural that these governors need to understand about employees' employment. They should not just wake up, give advice, directions to terminate employees' service or even salaries. These people have engaged themselves on loans and any other commitment. Honorable Speaker, I also attach the statement sought by Senator Cherargei and Senator Lemaletian on issues of security.
One minute. Give him 1 minute.
Honorable Speaker, this interference of police to the members of the public, killing of members of the public without any order. I think we need to request, this House need to request the Cabinet Secretary for Interior to withdraw before this House maybe the statement he made on the killing of people. Maybe that is the reason why these killings are there. Even the statement the president himself said that people be shot legs. Maybe that is the reason why. Why people are being killed. These people who are on the rim of security, the president and the CS, need to tell this House why these killings is there. because we are tired. I had a young man in Kitengela just last weekend.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Senator. Senator Sifuna. Senator Onyonka, I've been informed Senator Sifuna was dropped by the system. So he's...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As a member of the Committee on National Security, I find this inquiry quite hypocritical, Honorable Speaker, because I am aware that IPOA has already told us the challenges that they are facing in bringing rogue police officers to account. Honorable Speaker, some of those reasons, and I will be able to demonstrate who we should be bringing before this committee to give us a report. IPOA have cited lack of cooperation by the police in their investigations, including, Honorable Speaker, their refusal to surrender firearms, their refusal to record statements. They have told us that they have inadequate funding. They have told us that there is chronic understaffing. They have only 77 investigators who are supposed to be manning a police force, a full complement of over 125,000 officers. They have cited parallel investigations by DCI and the so-called Internal Affairs Unit as interfering in some of those operations or investigations by IPOA. They have also told us that the government has not put in place adequate measures to protect witnesses. So all of these challenges, Honorable Speaker, point to the fact that we should be asking government and the Minister for Internal Security, the Honorable Murkomen. By the way, that individual called Murkomen is still on the Senate WhatsApp group because he's a former senator. So all of those things we are saying, and in fact I've taken advantage of that. Yesterday I saw him saying that he did not, or he was not aware that we were going to Kitengela. I have sent the notification for the KAKAMEGA rally that we have made to the OCPD of KAKAMEGA to his WhatsApp number, and I'm going to send it to the Senate WhatsApp group because he reads our messages there, although he's not a senator, so that he cannot come and tell the country tomorrow that he was not aware that we are going to have a meeting. Honorable Speaker, all those people who are involved in these things should be brought to book. Even in Kitengela, Honorable Speaker, we lost a life needlessly. We lost a life because of police action, not because that there was something wrong that we were doing. The last hypocrisy that I want to point out is that this statement is being sought by the same person who was accusing politicians of orchestrating violence on themselves. Shame on you, Senator Cherargei.
Senator Peris Topiko.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I needed to make a comment on the statement made by Senator Lemaletian. Mr. Speaker, it's really bad that part of this country is still crying because of insecurity, because of violence, Mr. Speaker, that the police are doing nothing about it. And the Ministry of Interior is doing nothing about it, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the people of Samburu in Baragoi are crying, same as the people of Laikipia, Mr. Speaker, and all the northern counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when our people cry in the north, we feel the pain in the south. Mr. Speaker, it is terrible, and we feel, and this one needs to be addressed. Mr. Speaker, we lost our life in Kitengela. That crowd in Kitengela, Mr. Speaker, although I was out of the country, but I have my people in Kitengela. The crowd was peaceful until the police came to shoot at people and throw tear gas, Mr. Speaker. Let Kenyans be allowed to do their associations in peaceful, do their rallies in peace, Mr. Speaker, and the ballot will finally decide who takes what, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is terrible that Kenyans continue crying because of losing their young people who have just gone to listen to their leaders, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this cannot continue, and the police must be reined in, Mr. Speaker, because it is terrible and shameful, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Senator Richard Onyonka.
Asante sana ndugu Spika. Kwanza ningependa kusema kuwa nitakupa shukran kwa ujumbe ambao ulitokea kwa WhatsApp group yetu, na ningependa Mwenyezi Mungu akubariki mahali ambako utakuwa unakanyaga, na naamini wewe utakuwa na Sifuna. Ndugu Spika, ningependa kusema kuwa vile dada yetu Senator Lematiang na Mheshimiwa Cherargei wamesema, nadhani sisi kama viongozi lazima sasa tuanze kuulizana, tunataka nchi ambayo itaendelea hata baada ya sisi tumetoka uongozini, ambako wewe kama ulikuwa kiongozi ambaye amestaafu na ameendelea na maisha yake, hamna mtu atakuwa anakusumbua? Ama mungependa nchi wakati tunatoka kwa hivi viti ambavyo Mwenyezi Mungu ametukubalia kushikilia, itaelekea mahala gani? Itatubidisha sisi sasa tuende kujenga maukuta. Ukijenga nyumba yako unatengeneza ukuta ambayo iko ghorofa 12 na unakuwa na bodyguard 15 ndio unatembea kijiji. Wale ambao mnaongea na marafiki zetu kwa serikali, ningependa kusihi, tafadhali mwambie waziri wa mashauri ya Interior Mheshimiwa Murkomen ambaye alikuwa hapa, na najua wengine wenu mnaongea na Mheshimiwa Rais, tafadhali mwambie hizi ndizo vitu ambazo anatupa nafasi tunaendelea kutembea tukizungumza, Wakenya wanapiga makofi, kwa sababu Wakenya hawataki mtu afe. Wakenya hawataki kama sisi tunaenda kule, hata kama tunaenda kupigia kifua tunasema sisi ndio wazuri na nini. Wakenya wanataka, kazi ya rais ni kuhakikisha hakuna mtu hata mmoja ambaye amekuwa nini, ameumia. Alafu na serikali ikija na wao wana mkutano wao, tunawaheshimu.
Dakika moja tu ya kumalizia.
Asante ndugu Spika. Sisi tungependa tuwe na nchi tunaheshimiana kama watu ambao wanakubaliana kuwa Kenya ni nchi ya kidemokrasia. Asante ndugu Spika.
Danson Mungatana, Senator Danson Mungatana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to comment on the statement by the Honorable Okia Omutata on the bridges. Mr. Speaker, there's a huge bridge that is crossing Tana River, joining Garissa, where we neighbor with you, Mr. Speaker. There is a problem because when these big projects are being done, Mr. Speaker, our people are not compensated. The people in Madogo area, that whole area in Mororo, to date, Mr. Speaker, they have been displaced with no compensation whatsoever. Mr. Speaker, we want to urge the committee to look at the wider aspect of bridges and mega projects such as that, and enforce compensation for the local people who to date, they lose their farmlands, they lose their livelihoods, and they are not able to get benefit from those projects to sustain themselves. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Catherine Muma.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to contribute. I'd like to contribute to 3 statements, beginning with the one for 2 from Senator Hezena, the one on the lady who lost her life after waiting 3 hours to be served in a level 4 hospital. Honorable Speaker, that is a very sad issue. And I would want to bring to the attention of Senator Hezena that there is actually an inter-county program that is working very well, that is about maternal and perinatal death surveillance, that is ensuring that there is accountability within counties to ensure that no life of a mother is lost because of delivery, and they are also working towards no life being lost of a child because of delivery. 3 counties, and I think a few more, have recorded 0 maternal mortality in over 6 months. That's Homa Bay, Kiambu, and Murang'a. I would urge that Senator considers linking Samburu County to that program so that they can borrow from that accountability to ensure the workers in Samburu are able to log in and learn one or two things that can ensure maternal and neonatal mortalities are reduced. On the statement, wow, it's already, how many minutes? Surely. I'll move on to Sifuna's on the issue of the sugar industry. Additional to what Senator Sifuna is asking, I would want to request that the relevant committee actually provide a policy, inquire whether we have a policy.
One more minute for her.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We need to know, one, why imported sugar is being packaged under our local brands. We also need to know what makes commercial sense so that the farmers, especially the small-scale farmers in Western Kenya, can determine whether we should ban sugarcane, and I'll propose that we pick a day when we can ban the sugarcane and grow something else instead of allowing the cartels to bring sugarcane in and we waste our time pretending that we are promoting sugarcane farming. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Paul Thangwa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. I also want to comment on the statement. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that we are now coming a full circle, because some of the statements, and especially that is requested by Senator Cherargei, is what we have been speaking here, Mr. Speaker, asking IPOA to do their job. Mr. Speaker, the same thing that we have been commenting here and asking for your support and the support of the senators is how our meetings have been tear-gassed and clobbered by the police, Mr. Speaker. But I'm happy now I see Senator Osotsi and Senator Sifuna are now speaking the same language. Mr. Speaker, this is to say, if it is not you today, it is you tomorrow, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, as we speak now, the people of Kiambu, the people of Githurai are now being harassed by the police. They are being intimidated today. It is helter-skelter in Githurai as we speak now, Mr. Speaker. And the only mistake is to come out in numbers and protest the demolition that has been taken by Kenha, Mr. Speaker, demolishing their places of work, Mr. Speaker. And I ask myself, Mr. Speaker, this regime that is saying every day they are empowering the people, Mr. Speaker, during the day they are giving handouts and promises, but at night it is demolitions and evictions, Mr. Speaker. It is like they are coming for the handouts that they had given during the day by demolishing people's businesses, Mr. Speaker. The people of Githurai will not relent, Mr. Speaker, and I urge them to continue demonstrating. Let them do it today, tomorrow, and even Saturday, Mr. Speaker, because we know Kenha is not building roads. It is not building the bus stop. What they are doing, they are preparing the road for cartels to put containers in that road, Mr. Speaker. So the people of Kiambu are saying, we are not going to keep quiet, Mr. Speaker, and we ask the police to stop forthwith harassing the people of Kiambu, harassing the people of Ruiru, Githurai, and Thika, Mr. Speaker, because we are going to protest and we are going to fight for.
Thank you, Senator. Senators, we have spent quite a lot of time on statements. We have spent quite a lot of time on these statements, and I will allow the last two speakers. You're not on the dashboard, Senior Counsel. Senator Julius Murko.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to make comments on two statements, one made by Senator Dulo and the other one by Senator Zena. On Senator Zena's statement, I would like to address and seek the attention of the Minister Internal Security. Samburu has cried for far too long without anything happening. And I commend the minister for paying a very close attention to when a father or priest was killed. Unfortunately, sad about it, but it's like that is what brought peace between Pokots and Marakwet. Do we need another priest in Samburu? So he should take action and make sure that this thing comes to an end, because we cannot continue counting people dying in Samburu. He should do exactly what he did between Pokots and Marakwet. And then secondly, on the people that were dismissed by county government of Isiolo. It is unfortunate that county governments are treating people like just people in their shambas. They are treating workers, mistreating them, and treating them.
Senator Samson Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, just in 1 minute, I want to say that on the issue of junior secondary schools in terms, Mr. Speaker, I think it is unfair to them. More than 20,000 young Kenyans under junior secondary schools program. Mr. Speaker, there must be a process of ensuring that we put into focus that they are put in permanent and pensionable by Teacher Service Commission, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm very disappointed, and I want to call upon the Teacher Service Commission. I know we are presenting budget policy statements. Money should be allocated for transit from contract into PNP of junior secondary schools, because they have suffered far too long. We have talked, Mr. Speaker. Let's see the action the National Assembly must and should ensure they give money for Teachers Service Commission. Finally, Speaker, is on the issue of Senator Lemaletian. On the issue of insecurity, Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised people are shocked by the incompetence and inability of the CS Interior, Murkomen, on eradicating issue of banditry. He did Jukwaa la Usalama worth 600 million, but nothing has come out because he turned Jukwaa la Usalama to Jukwaa la Kisiasa. So let us, the buck stops with him. He must fix the issue of banditry and insecurity. Finally, Speaker, is to wish you well. I've seen the Samawatal community. I've endorsed you as the gubernatorial candidate in Garissa election in 2027, and we pray may God continue to guide you until you become the governor of Garissa and correct the messes that has been perpetuated by the current regime. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mariam Omar Sheikh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I wanted also to comment on the two statements. One is of Senator Hezena about insecurity. Mr. Speaker, currently, pastoralists, we have a very devastating drought, which allow the pastoralists to move around, to look for pasture and water. Mr. Speaker, if there is a security issue, where do you think we can go? Do we go to Somali? And this is a Kenyan. So, Mr. Speaker, as a pastoralist, the first important thing we think is how to save our livestock by moving around with it. Mr. Speaker, if you find that your county you are staying is having these insecurity issues, and in the case there is security in Kenya, there is police there, and also, Mr. Speaker, what's always so disappointed with is always when Senator Hezena raises a statement is always insecurity. Why is this interior CS not taking action? The first thing is she said deploy adequate security personnel. For how long can we ask for this personnel, Mr. Speaker? Secondly, the second statement is about Isiolo, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday we are discussing about the motion about KCC
they were denied their dues, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if the county government treats the county as a private sector, so that they...
Senator Joe Newton.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I rise to support the statements by Senator Cherargei, one on the Independent Police Oversight Authority, Mr. Speaker. This body, Mr. Speaker, is basically sleeping on the job, or it is working under coercion from high forces, Mr. Speaker. Because the police will attack innocent people, and IPOA will do nothing about it. Mr. Speaker, in July of last year, I happened to be in a meeting that was actually attacked by the police, and vehicles shot at, Mr. Speaker. We only escaped through God's, or by God's grace. All these vehicles were taken to IPOA for inspection, and the victims recorded statements. Nothing has come out of that. Mr. Speaker, it's a high time that IPOA came out and said whether they are empowered or not, so that at least this house and the other house may come to the aid of IPOA. Otherwise, you cannot continue having IPOA that is toothless, Mr. Speaker. If they have no teeth, they have to admit so that we can give them teeth to bite. Mr. Speaker, the second statement by the same senator about a rise in organized criminal gang activities in the country is something that should not go uncommented on, Mr. Speaker, because gangs are roaming the street. And all the CS Interior is doing is, Mr. Speaker, going out there and campaign and you doing politics on who will be elected president and who will not be elected president, Mr. Speaker. The CS Interior must rise to the occasion. And this is a result, Mr. Speaker, these criminal gangs are a result of what we saw in July last year again when there were protests in Nairobi, where we saw gangs being accompanied by the police, and the police were working alongside goons, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Your time is up. Senator Mugeni Eric.
Mr. Speaker, you know, we are paying the price for violating the intent of Kenyans when in 2010 they decreed that our cabinet secretary should be professionals. We have now turned politicians to be the ones standing in as cabinet secretaries, and they are doing politics, Mr. Speaker. And you can imagine this, the statement has been brought to the House by Samson Cherargei from the majority side, the government side. So by the time even senators from majority side are raising these issues, Mr. Speaker, it means that things are getting out of hand. How many times do we want Kenyans to be killed before we take action? This weekend, we have people going to various places in this country, including in KAKAMEGA. Some will be in Kisii next week. And then we come back here again lamenting that innocent Kenyans have been killed, Mr. Speaker. We must have some accountability. If it is the CS Interior who is masterminding this idea of police sending goons to attack other Kenyans, action should be taken. Just today, Mr. Speaker, an ex-president of South Korea, Yoon, has been jailed for life, Mr. Speaker, for the criminal acts he committed while he was in office. We must also send a statement that no Kenyan is above the law, Mr. Speaker. Nobody should be above the law. Mr. Speaker, we cannot be watching, Mr. Speaker, when we are talking about extrajudicial police killings, abuse of police authority. How can you have criminals carrying guns, Mr. Speaker? Raila Odinga used to tell us policemen are civilians wearing police uniforms. That's how it should be, Mr. Speaker. So I'm really making an appeal to these people who sit in IPOA. Please do something. We need to see people in jail, because if we don't take action.
Thank you, honorable senators. We have come to the end of the statements. We should proceed to the next order. But order number 8, we will have to defer because the majority leader is not around. Order number 9 is also deferred. And we'll go to the next order. Clerk, read the next order.
Order number 10, motion. Consideration of the report of the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare on a petition to the Senate by employees of the former Kenya Cooperative Creameries Limited, KCC, concerning non-payment of outstanding terminal benefits and Maziwa Sacco dues to former employees of Kenya Cooperative Creameries. Resumption of debate interrupted on Wednesday, 18th February 2026, morning sitting.
Honorable Senators, this is resumption of debate that was held on Wednesday. The senator who was on the floor of the House was Crystal Asige, and she had a remaining time of 15 minutes. Crystal?
Thank you very much, Speaker. Yes, I was indeed on the floor when we were debating this, and I kindly request if I can just have a few more minutes to get back to my notes so that I can continue that submission.
Yeah, very well. How many minutes do you need? Senator Crystal, we seem not to have any other interest on that debate, so if you could please just retrieve your notes and we can proceed, or advise us. Senator Crystal. Are you going to contribute?
Yes, Chair.
Okay,
I'll just finish my contributions. It will be very brief.
Very well.
Thank you very much, Speaker, for your indulgence. Speaker, yesterday as I was contributing, and I began to do so,